Did you know that studies prove the people who live in the moment are the happiest people? That's right. I am your host, Davis Knight, and this is episode 148 of The Davis Knight Show. Before I leave you hanging any longer, it's time to jump into what I like to call this week's You Wish You. I want to emphasize something, especially during the summertime. The best thing you can do is live in the moment and be in the present. People who are not looking at the clock or wishing they were doing something else are almost always way happier than others. If you're thinking about the future or the past, it is often hard to pay full attention to the world around you. One of my favorite books that when I was very little my grandmother read to me I still think about today is The Precious Present. It's about a young man who spends his life searching for something an old man tells him about called the precious present, only to find out the true precious present is simply living in the present. Not then or later, now. With that, I'd like to share a quote. Yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Quote by Bill Keane. This quote means the best time's not earlier or later. It's now. And the power of being able to live and control now is truly amazing. So take advantage of it. After all, according to the Bible, it is the Lord's day. 1 Psalms 18:24. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. There it is, quite literally in the Bible. We should be glad and rejoice in it. And I feel a lot of people, especially in an age where we are constantly on our devices, and often when we are off, it's being all we think about, it is extremely important to sometimes soak in the world around you and take advantage of even the small things that are happening in your life right here, right now. So I challenge you to do exactly that, to take time to soak in the little things in life, take advantage of them, and most of all, just appreciate them. As they always say, there's no time like the present. Now, before I bore you any further, it's time for something most of us can say is slightly more fun. Trivia. Question 1 is U.S. history themed. What amendment banned and unbanned alcohol? Fun fact, this is cool because it's the only amendment ever to be repealed. A, the 12th and 13th Amendment. B, the 18th and 22nd Amendment. C, the 18th and 21st Amendment. Or D, the 16th and the 18th Amendment. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is C. The 18th and 22nd Amendment banned and unbanned alcohol. Crazy fun fact, during this period, many corporations put poison in alcohol to stop people from illegally consuming it. And even crazier than that, it was technically allowed by the U.S. government as it was considered stopping crime and even endorsed. Question 2 is gaming themed. When did Minecraft add creative mode? A, September 2011, B, February 2011, C, November 2007, or D, October 2015. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is A. September 2011 is when creative mode was added to Minecraft. That's what allows you to place any block you want and even fly around. Question 3 is Florida themed. How many alligators are in Florida? A, 1.9 million, B, 1.3 million, C, 2.7 million, or D, 200,000. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is B. 1.3 million alligators live in Florida. In every county, they are alligators. Question 4 is technology themed. How many iPhones have been sold? A, 390 million, B, 2.46 billion, C, 7.3 billion, or D, 1.26 billion. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is B. 2.46 billion iPhones have been sold worldwide. Now that is a lot of iPhones. Question 5 is sports themed. When was the first ever Paralympics? A. 1922, B. 1912, C. 1960, or D. 1842. I'm going to give you a minute to think. Okay, the correct answer is C. In 1960, the first ever Paralympics were held. And that concludes our trivia. How many did you get right? Anyways, now that our trivia is done, it's time for What in the World, where we discuss all things going on in the news. Near the west coast of the U.S., blue creatures are washing up on the shore called by-the-wind sailors. They are like jellyfish and often mistaken for them, except they have transparent tails that look like a sail and they float. That's how they got their name. This is pretty fascinating and kind of unheard of, isn't it? Next, the Dutch government has discovered that the video game Pokemon Go has unintentionally created a highly accurate, realistic map of the entire world with tons of detail. It's now being used to even train military AI and train delivery robots. Gamers have sent in thousands of photos so far. Next, the NASA Maven project has officially ended after the Maven robot, which orbited Mars for 11 years, went silent in December of 2025. It was discovered it was spinning rapidly and its batteries all died out. And they had no idea until now. There has been a lot of cool sciencey news lately, especially from NASA. Now time for the fun stuff. Are you ready to smile? Drum roll, please. Joke of the week. What deep sea bacteria lives in your Nintendo Switch? Any guesses? The Amiibo. Haha, get it? Amiibo is a physical character you can buy, and when you put it on your Switch, it gives you an in-game benefit. Fun fact, my brother Eli has a Link Amiibo that he sometimes uses to get benefits in Zelda. And also Amiibo, like the organism. Now time for the tech tip. Instead of a tech tip, I'd like to say that the Apple launches tomorrow, and they are expected to release iOS 27. Rumor has it that Apple has been working on a brand new AI model as the next generation of Siri. Instead of just Apple Intelligence, instead of just Siri, it is rumored you'll also be able to replace Siri with an AI of your choice. Also, it is believed Apple will update their software in preparation for a future foldable phone. The timeline is that tomorrow they demonstrate it live, and they will show select developers the new system at a conference. Before around July, a group of people who have an agreement to not disclose it will be able to beta test the software before the release in September. I am very excited because I am actually a member of Apple's beta program, and I think it's going to be very fascinating for me to see it. Anyways, okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. Remember to be in the present and make sure to smile. Bye, everyone.